2XKO might be in trouble.
And they really are turning on 2XKO. What happened?
2XKO might be cooked on launch.
I hope they don't drag their ass. I feel like this could either be a dub or an L, right?
I feel like I've said this several times. I feel like the game's been out, man. Especially after that last beta. I feel like the game's been out for a year, and it's not. It's not even out yet.
I got so many comments. So many people were like, "Good riddance. I can't stand it. Yeah, they deserve They deserve to fail." Like, the negativity was overwhelming.
Hey everyone, Tom here. It's been a minute, right?
My boy Tom looks exhausted. He looks tired. Or as the top comment of this video says, bro has not been sleeping.
Look, we know you've been waiting, and we're finally ready to take the next big step for 2XKO.
I think we've been waiting is an understatement at this point. It's been 9 years since we started hearing murmurs about this game when Riot Games acquired the company behind the smash hit Rising Thunder. And since then, we have nothing but 8 characters and a title that not everyone likes to show for the game. I have a saying that I like: perfection is the enemy of complete.
It's good to finally have a date. It's finally good to have a path forward. Will they execute? I think that's the main thing, right? I don't know if they're going to execute on making this game a great product or not. We'll have to find out. And I was hoping to see, I'm not gonna lie, I was hoping to see a little bit more of like gameplay changes here, because you know, not everyone was happy with the last build. I wasn't. I thought it was more boring than the first build.
I want more characters, but I can tell you, if I had to choose between the game launching with 10 characters this year or the game launching with like 12 or 14 or 16 next year, I know what I would choose. In fact, if I could choose to launch the game now with 7 characters, I would probably take that over delaying the game to have more characters at all.
He's definitely not wrong. As much as we're seeing issues with the condensed roster, nothing would be worse for the game right now than a delayed release or seeing it in 2026. At this point, Riot should just drop.
Time had passed, and then there was like, hey, 2XKO is obviously Arcane inspired, which was right around that time frame. And then time passed, and that was in Arcane Season 2, and then this 2XKO still isn't out.
I kind of feel like they're going to delay console. Is anybody else getting that vibe? Oh, I hope not, because that's a killer.
In the spirit of getting this game out to you as soon as possible, we're starting on PC first. Console players, don't worry, we support cross-platform progression. That means if you want to start on PC, you can switch over to your console of choice later and not lose any of your progress.
The only thing that could make a drop like this even worse is issues with quality.
Because here we just witnessed Vi punching the air, which was followed with more punching off screen, which ended with Vi pulling up her opponent for one last punch.
The main issue for the super being that when you fight the actual character, you cannot see who you are beating up with the super, making it look really, really awkward and creating a lot of unnecessary bad PR for Riot on what is supposed to be their main promotional piece.
We can't see her opponent. Fight choreography is a two-man act, and the actor on the receiving end of an attack has just as important a job to play as the actor performing it. As a form of visual storytelling, fight choreography emphasizes clarity.
So it's very odd. It's not a bad super, but it's just not shot from the right perspective. And somebody sent me this example of the way it could be handled like a bit better. Miguel in Tekken 7. And yeah, I completely agree, dude, that a first-person perspective from the receiver is the way to go.
Necrit speaks a little bit about the overall strategy of the release plan for 2XKO, and he states that not allowing everyone, as in all regions, access to the game while it was in alpha has somewhat done a lot to hurt the game from a marketing perspective.
You may not think that this is a big deal, but because 2XKO was only playable in limited regions, there are a lot of creators who couldn't make content on the game, they couldn't keep the hype rolling, and unironically, 2XKO may start paying the price for it.
If you look at the 2XKO subreddit right now, it reads like an emotional support group. And to some extent, I understand this sentiment because 2XKO has taken a very long time to get off the ground.
Closed beta September 9th. Lol, 2xKO is cooked. How can this be a closed beta after 3 years? Boring. This was the most expected When the F is the game dropping? Oh! Evo is going to be so sick. Kind of disappointing, no surprise reveal. Everyone was expecting Vi. I really thought we might get a little twist. But it's better than nothing, I guess. We'll be there for the closed beta anyway. Thanks for the update. There are a minimum of 100 champions with unique mechanics and with an incredible potential. But include Vi that only hits and is popular by Arcane. Even Set has more potential. Horrible, right? Well, it's about time. She looks amazing. Of course, referring to Vi. Someone tweeted, this whole ultimate is implied. You get the idea as ultimate. It's like watching the censored version of DBZ on network TV. You have to imagine what went down. Or Naruto on Disney XD. Lol. So with all of this internet backlash, I think it's important to remember that 2xKO was once considered to be the savior of fighting games and the entire FGC or fighting game community. I believe that this position given to it by content creators and just the expectations of everyone in the FGC has left a sour taste in the mouth of people who are now looking at the project and realizing that it won't be the great savior they predicted it was.
Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls was just announced, and this game looks good. It's an Arc System Works fighter featuring anime designs of Marvel characters. It's got some elements that look similar to DBFZ, it's got some that look similar to Strive, and most importantly, within 0 days of its announcement, it has already shown 8 playable characters. And for those of you keeping score at home, that is 1 character greater than 2xKO, which was announced nearly 6 years ago. Now, as someone who's still incredibly excited about 2xKO, I saw this news and thought, holy shit, this is awesome, but that has not been everyone's experience.
This is why the premise of this video is that 2xKO might be cooked on release, because the people actually have an alternative in Marvel's Tokon, which looks great, has 8 playable characters already, and honestly looks the better of the 2 products. And that's tough for me to say because I really want 2xKO to be the successful of the 2. What's very apparent is that Marvel Studios has learned a lot about which companies to trust with their IP, and we're seeing it with Marvel Rivals. They've completely landed that game, and now we might be seeing it again with Tokon, where they've taken up another company which is notorious for just landing it with fighting games, and they might create a very, very great tag fighter experience, undermining all of the efforts of Riot Games and 2xKO. However, 2xKO is free to play, freemium model, and that might be the huge advantage in Riot's favor in terms of not just competition with Tokon, but competition with all modern fighting games.
There's free to play stuff, the social stuff. If it works, you know, we've never really attempted this before. If it works, that could completely shift the way the FGC, you know, is shaped in the future. So my take, this is a wrong take, but who cares? It's my take. And I said this after the last beta too, is like, those are the 2 important things, right? Free to play and social. They're already in place. They already are there. Put the game out. They should have put the game out a while ago. That's what I've been saying, and you know, I could be wrong, but that's what I think.
I learned is that people are eager and desperate to jump on this game and any of its shortcomings because it's taking too long. And I'll be real too, dude, like my overall, like I'd say greater interest in 2xKO has, I feel like I've said this several times, I feel like the game's been out, man. Especially after that last beta, I feel like the game's been out for a year, and it's not even out yet.
What we love and we like to see about Riot's 2xKO is that they've obviously spent a lot of time in development on this game, sorting out any of the design flaws that they feel needed to be fixed. So obviously with the amount of time and effort they've put into this game, they're not just going to let it drop and die on launch. They will be supporting it for as long as they see viable, which is great for people who maybe believe that it might have problems. At least you know that they will be supporting it and they're in it for the long haul, at least with 2xKO. With all of that said, do you guys think 2xKO is gonna bomb on launch, or are they gonna absolutely stick the landing on this? Let me know in the comments. This is Lois signing off. Peace.